Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Rode NT USB Mini. Let's get started. I've been interested in the Rode NT Mini ever since it was released. Previously, I was looking at the Rode NT to use as the microphone for this YouTube channel, but the Rode NT is massive and has even a bigger pop filter on it. So the size of the Rode NT was really unappealing to me, and that's why I was really interested when this little guy was released right here. We own another Rode microphone and we're really happy with it. It's called the Rode Video Micro. My wife uses it sometimes on her YouTube channel over on The Average Tourist. If you want to check it out, head over to one of her videos. Sometimes I make a cameo in her videos. But anyways, that is one of the reasons why I was really looking forward to testing out the Rode NT USB Mini. So this little device can be plugged into your computer or a laptop or a phone or a tablet. It's very versatile in that regard. It does have USB-C on the back, which I'm a big fan of, and it also has a headphone jack, so you can listen to yourself in real time. Now the volume switch on the front is for the headphone jack on the back. It does not adjust the gain or volume of this microphone. It just adjusts the volume going into your headphones, which is a bit of a bummer. I would have liked to see a gain knob on here somewhere. I would have also liked to see a mute button. There is a button here. The volume knob does push in, but it will only mute the volume to your headphones. It won't actually mute the mic itself. The NT USB Mini is a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be. Initially, when I picked this thing up, I thought all of the weight was in the base, kind of like in my Blue Yeti here. But the base itself is just plastic. This is very light. The bulk of the weight is in this microphone. Now it connects to the base. This is pretty cool. I like this. It connects to the base with a magnet. So it's just a magnet that holds everything together. If you put it on incorrectly, you can kind of see how the magnet works. But this is a really cool feature and I really like that. Now, I say it's a cool feature, but I probably won't be using it too much. I'm probably going to mount this to my microphone arm. And you can do that because there's a little rubber plug in the bottom here. You just pull it out and then there is a metal piece, I think this is it, that attaches to the bottom. So I can just attach this to the microphone arm. And I did mention this microphone was USB-C. Now, one of the things that really bothered me when I unboxed this microphone was the included USB-C cable. So this is the cable that was included, and it is roughly 3 feet long. So it's not really a long cable by any stretch of the imagination. And if you are to use this microphone to plug into a PC, you will have to use probably a longer cable. I had to switch out with another USB-C cable that I had laying around because the cable included was not near long enough. Now, if you wanted to plug this microphone into a phone or a laptop or a tablet or something and the mic was right beside that device, that's not really a big deal. But for me, I have a computer underneath my desk, I have the microphone above the desk, and the included cable just did not cut it. So here's a size difference between the two microphones. Now, I don't think this is a fair comparison at all because the Yeti is a massive microphone at the very least here. This thing is huge. But here's the size difference between the two mics. You can see the NT USB Mini is significantly smaller. The stand is smaller and the body of the microphone is considerably smaller than the Blue Yeti. Now the Blue Yeti does have some additional features. For example, the Blue Yeti here has a gain control. The Blue Yeti, you can also adjust the polar pattern. On the front of the Blue Yeti, there is also a mute button where the Rode has none of those. So the Rode is pretty bare bones in comparison. However, the Rode has a couple of things that the Yeti does not. First and foremost, the bit rate, I believe it's 24 bits here, where this is 16. So the Yeti has 16 bits, the Rode has 24. On top of that, the Rode also has a built-in pop filter, and I don't believe the Yeti does. If it does have a built-in pop filter, it's horrible. It's a really bad pop filter in my opinion. That's why I don't think it has one built in, but the Rode has that. So the Rode has two things here that are a little bit better than the Blue on paper. So now I'm going to compare the audio between both microphones. So far in this video, I have been using the Blue Yeti and I've also been using an audio mixer. So I'm going to disable the audio mixer so you will hear the raw audio from the Blue Yeti first. So now I've disabled the voice mixer. This is the raw audio going into the Blue Yeti microphone. I'll speak a little closer into the Blue Yeti so you can hear my voice right close up to the Blue Yeti. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, and 3. Now I'll move away from the microphone, go back, well, I don't know, maybe 5 feet or so to where I can't touch the microphone. So I'm a lot further back now. You'll probably be able to hear echo from around the room. And I'll talk into the mic again and do another mic check. So pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, and 3. I'll move closer to the microphone and you'll be able to hear me hopefully a little more clearly. Now let's switch over to the Rode. So now I'm on the Rode NT USB Mini. I'm about the same distance away as when I started with the Blue Yeti. I'll get a little closer to the microphone here and you can hear my voice close up to the mic. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, and 3. I'll move back from the microphone now. You'll hear my voice at a longer distance from the microphone. I'll go back to where I cannot reach the microphone at all, about the same distance away as I was with the Blue Yeti. Now you can probably hear a lot more echo in this room from my voice. I'll do another mic check. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, and 3. And now we'll go back up to the microphone. You'll hopefully hear my voice a little more clearly and a little bit better. The next test we will do is a sound test for sounds around the mic. I've switched back over to the Blue Yeti and I have a mouse in my hand. So what I'm going to do is click this mouse in a 360-degree pattern around the microphone to kind of show you how each microphone deals with background noises. For example, if you are a streamer or are a YouTuber and you're typing away or clicking away, to kind of see what the microphone is going to pick up. So I'm clicking the mouse right now rather, around the microphone in a 360-degree pattern. So right now I'm directly behind the microphone. I'll bring the mouse a little lower, I'll bring the mouse a little higher, a little closer to the back, a little further away, and continue my way around this microphone in the 360-degree pattern, ending up right in the front where I started. So during my recording, I forgot to switch back to the Rode microphone from the Blue Yeti microphone. So when I did the sound check around the microphone for the Rode, I was actually connected to the Blue microphone. So I'm just going to re-record this to make sure it's an even test. So here is me clicking the mouse into the Rode microphone. I'm going to go around the Rode microphone here. I'm behind the Rode microphone with the mouse. I'll go closer to the microphone. I'll go further away from the microphone. I'll go a little lower. I'll go a little higher. I'll continue on my path around this microphone and end up back in front. So I've turned the audio mixer back on so we can compare both microphones using an audio mixer. In my opinion, the audio mixer really makes this Blue Yeti shine. So what I'll do is the same test I did when I initially started. I'll go closer to the Blue Yeti here. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, and 3. And I'll continue to move back from this microphone, maybe do a long distance test because why not? I just run into something with my chair. So hopefully you can hear my voice around the room here. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, and 3. And now I'll move back up to the microphone, and from here we'll switch over to the Rode. So we've switched over to the Rode microphone now. I've kept the exact same settings that I had with my Blue Yeti microphone. That might not necessarily be optimal for this Rode, but I kind of just wanted to see what both microphones sound like with the exact same settings. From here, I'll probably end up tinkering around with the settings to try to make the Rode sound even better. But for this video, I'm just going to keep the settings the exact same. I'll go up closer to the microphone here and say pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, and 3. And I'll move away from the microphone, continue talking. Hopefully don't hit anything in my travels backwards this time. I'll keep talking. I can't touch the microphone from here at all. You can probably hear my voice echoing around the room. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, and 3. I'll continue on moving forward to the microphone and end up in the exact same place as I did with the Blue Yeti. So that about does it for my comparison. I'm actually really happy with this Rode NT USB Mini. I really like the sound that comes out of it. I think it's a much cleaner sound overall than the Blue Yeti. On top of that, I like the pop filtering in this Rode NT USB Mini a little bit more, actually a lot a bit more, than the Blue Yeti microphone. I'll be retiring the Blue Yeti microphone from my channel moving forward and sticking with this Rode mic. I think the Rode is an excellent mic if you are a YouTuber or are a streamer and want some nice clarity from your voice, want some great built-in pop filtering, and if you're using this microphone not on the computer and maybe with a phone or maybe in a podcast kind of setting, this is a really excellent microphone. If you are using this with a computer though, please note you will probably have to supply your own USB-C cable because the included one is really tiny and kind of useless. But other than that, I don't really have any complaints about this mic. I would like to see maybe a mute button or a gain knob just in case you are plugging it into a device that cannot sufficiently power this to its full potential. But anyways, that is all I've got for today. Let me know what you think about this comparison in the comments below. What did you like better? Did you like the Yeti better? Did you like the Rode NT USB Mini better? I'm really interested to see what your own thoughts are. I also want to say that everyone sounds different on different microphones. We all have different voices. Our frequencies are slightly different. So how I sound on this microphone, maybe not how you sound on this mic. How I sound on the Blue, maybe not how you sound on the Blue, and so on and so forth. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button. Check out my other videos. Thank you, everyone. Take care.